What's up, decoders? Welcome back to the channel. This is Decoding with Cody, and today is February 7th, 2026. And we are here on a live stream. I hope everyone is having a great evening, as always, and or afternoon, wherever you are. Please let me know in the chat, everyone, the live stream. Thank you, Coffee Girl. Right before I could even say it, you already gave that thumbs up. Appreciate that. And thank you guys for being here. Thank you for all the continued support and always showing up and hanging out with me. I always appreciate it. So hello to Susan, also in the chat. Hope you're doing well over there in San Francisco. Hello to Sarah. Full Armor. Maggie McCombs. Hope you're doing well, Maggie. God bless you. Patchy Ghost. Decoding Our Realities in the House. Make sure you guys go subscribe. Another decoding channel. Just like on the screen here, that's his channel if you guys want to check him out. So thank you for being here, man. Appreciate you. So the breaking news of the week, which I haven't covered yet, and please hit that like button, guys, because that helps support the channel. If you want to support the channel, that's the best way to do so. And yeah, so again, I'm going to talk about the same thing I talked about last video, because what did I talk about in the last video? Well, it was all about the mother, and I didn't even think about the story that was ongoing that connects perfectly to what I was talking about. So we're going to look into this Nancy Guthrie being abducted, and it's all about the mother theme, okay? And if you guys didn't watch my last decode, you guys are probably going to be confused a little bit as to why I'm talking so much about this. I'm going to try to give you an overview, a bit of an overview in this video, but please, if you have not seen my video from a few days ago, please check that out. It was called Super Bowl Part 3, but it was all about this mother theme. And of course, I didn't even look into this story with Nancy Guthrie, but I knew it was going on, but I didn't even look into it. And it goes perfectly with everything that I was talking about in that video a few days ago. This explains why this story is happening right now. Why there's this, there's always a reason, guys, why these stories come in the news when they do. And it's always part of a bigger web, of course. We know that here by now, most of us. So buckle up, grab yourselves a coffee or a tea or whatever you guys like to drink and hang out with me here for the next hour. And let's get into this. So, and yes, Fronto, I did get the book. I sent you a message, I think. You sent me a book. I already had his book, actually, because I actually know him, Migo, on YouTube, the Golden Gate Bridge book. I do have that book already, and I have read it before you sent it to me. But in the last stream, I thanked you for sending it over again, because I'm glad that other people are finding that book. It's a great book. So yeah, much love to you, and again, shout out to Migu. Gematria book is his channel, who does great work, and he hasn't done a lot of videos recently, but definitely a great decoder. So yeah, let's get into it, guys. I don't want to just dilly-dally too much here for the people who are going to watch this on a replay. So let's get into it. All right, so we got 83 in the chat. That's a good starting point. Hopefully we get some more people in here. All right, so we're going to cover, again, what I just went over with the Guthrie. Let's just go over the story real fast, what's going on with it. So on February 1st, so again, guys, it's already been 6 days since this originally happened. Nancy Guthrie, 84-year-old mother of NBC News journalist and Today co-anchor Savannah Guthrie, was reported missing from her home in Catalina Foothills, Arizona, Evidence found at the residence indicated foul play, prompting a criminal investigation. So her daughter, Savannah Guthrie, is a news anchor for the Today Show. And so Savannah Guthrie was supposed to be at the 2026 Winter Olympics, which I haven't even done a video on yet. But there's definitely probably something going on with the Olympics tied to this, because again, her daughter was supposed to be at the Olympics as a news anchor. And again, her daughter is on the Today Show, and you guys know that what the Today Show is. We're not going to talk a whole lot about the Today Show, but you guys can see that there is the kind of, it's like a rising sun logo in a way. So there's symbolism there for sure. But we're mainly just going to focus on the mother theme that I brought up in my last decode. And notice that it mentions Donald Trump. It mentions Donald Trump here in this Wikipedia article, who has expressed support for the family. Okay, so this is all going to be connected to Donald Trump, as everything always is connected to Donald Trump. And again, we're going to talk about Donald Trump's family and his mother, and how this connects to Donald Trump and his mother, as I talked about in my last decode. Okay, so here we go. Let's get into the slides. So as I already read, I just made this slide here, but again, this is the initial thing on February 1st. She's 84. Okay, so remember last year when I covered all the 84 events? You guys remember that? Raise your hand in the chat if you guys remember. In December, we had all these, or November and December, we had all these 84s. Like all these people were dying at 84 years old. And it was all connected to the 84th anniversary of Pearl Harbor, which just happened on December 7th. And notice that the birthday of Nancy Guthrie is also 127. Remember on 9/11, towers 1, 2, and 7 fell. The 127 is a huge number, right? But besides that, this is the kind of connection you get with the 84, right? So Guthrie was last seen by her son-in-law, Tommaso. Interesting, too, because there's something been going on in wrestling lately with a guy named Tommaso. I'm not going to I don't have anything on that, but I just thought it was interesting that the guy's name was Tommaso. And it was at her home in Catalina Foothills, Arizona. The Arizona thing's going to matter because let's just bring this up. Arizona has a gematria of 84. So the 84-year-old mother disappears from Arizona, which equals 84. And, you know, as I said, so does the name in Chaldean, the name of her place she lived, Catalina Foothills, Arizona equals 84 in Chaldean, and Savannah Guthrie's mom equals 84. Also, if you look at the full name of Savannah Guthrie, the daughter, and you drop that in the calculator, sorry, is it Savannah Guthrie? Yeah, look at this, guys. Even the daughter's name, I forgot to add that in here, but even the daughter's name, right? So her mom was abducted from Catalina Foothills, Arizona, which equals 84 in Chaldean. Savannah Guthrie's mom is what we're talking about, equals 84. Arizona, 84. And the daughter's name, Savannah Guthrie, 84. So what a coincidence that she's 84 and this is all happening in Arizona to Savannah Guthrie. So that's a huge part of it, but you know, that's just the base level stuff. This says on January 31st is when it actually was, but she was actually declared missing on February 1st. So we're going to look at the date February 1st. So the first thing we need to know is, why is this happening as we're preparing for The Super Bowl, right? I mean, how many times? And the Super Bowl is not going to be the main topic of this decode, but we absolutely have to start this and set the stage by talking about this connection to Savannah Guthrie and the Super Bowl, because it's clear what this is about. Just look at this. So she disappears just a week before the Super Bowl between the Seahawks and the Patriots, okay? Now check out the date she disappeared. February 1st, right? Well, what if I told you guys that February 1st was the date of the Super Bowl in 2014 or 2015 when the Patriots played the Seahawks? Are you coding me, as Golden Deception says in the chat? Are you coding me? This woman disappears 7 days before the Seahawks play the Patriots, disappeared on the 11th year anniversary of the Seahawks Super Bowl versus the Patriots, which the Patriots won. Okay. What are the odds, guys? I mean, just think about it. Also, this was the anniversary of Super Bowl 48, where the Patriots played the Seahawks, and 48, right? It's an important number. It's the reverse of the 84, right? We just talked about the 84, okay? And 48 would be the next president. Donald Trump equals 48, okay? And this is going to be Super Bowl. So we're talking about Super Bowl 48 and Super Bowl 60, right? Well, Donald Trump equals 48 and 60. Notice that Donald Trump equals 48, 60, and 48 in Chaldean. Okay. We're going to take out these two words because they don't matter right now. But also Catalina Foothills, where she was abducted, equals 60. So the two Super Bowls that we're connecting here with the Patriots and the Seahawks both have the 48 and 60, right? Super Bowl 48, Super Bowl 60. She disappears on the anniversary of Super Bowl 48 between the Patriots and the Seahawks. And she disappears just 7 days before Super Bowl 60 between the Patriots and the Seahawks. Okay. So again, are you coding me? That's clear that this is what this is about. So remember, this is about a mother. Okay. And in my last video, my last decode about the Super Bowl, I connected the Super Bowl to all the mother themes. Mother Mary, okay? Jesus's mother, right? But Trump's mother is also named Mary. Also, the mother of King James, who was killed on February 8th. Yeah, that's what it was, guys. I totally forgot. This Super Bowl was in Arizona. Guys, I forgot the biggest connection. Not only did she disappear on the anniversary of the Super Bowl between the Patriots and the Seahawks, the game that she disappeared, the anniversary, was in Arizona. She disappeared in Arizona, guys. That's undeniable. She just happened to disappear in the same state on the anniversary of the Super Bowl between the Patriots and the Seahawks. Now, Tom Brady, who was the MVP in Super Bowl 48 right here, he retired on this day as well, February 1st. Just look it up. When did Tom Brady retire? Tom Brady retired on February 1st. She disappeared on February 1st, 3 years after Tom Brady retired. And again, she was abducted 11 years after Tom Brady won the MVP of Super Bowl 48 in Arizona, and she was abducted in Arizona. So that's so crazy. So again, going back to the mother, my last video, I talked about the Super Bowl and how it was connected to Mother Mary, because on the Super Bowl, it will be the death anniversary of King James' mother, Mother Mary, Queen of Scots. Okay, it will be her death anniversary. It will also be the birthday of the Back to the Future, the wife and future mother of Doc Brown in the movie, Mary Steenburgen, the actor whose birthday is the Super Bowl. So we had the two Marys, but I showed you guys in my last video that the Super Bowl was completely synced up with Trump's mother, Mary, because the Super Bowl will occur exactly 9,316 days after Mother Mary Trump died. And that is the 136th triangular number. And Mother Mary equals 136. Virgin Mary equals 136. The Jesuits equals 136. The Jesuits are called the Mother Church. Okay. So this was from last stream. Okay. This is not new information, right? But now we have this story, and I didn't even decode this Guthrie story in the last decode. I completely skipped it, but this fit perfectly with what I was talking about. But again, Mother Mary, right? Remember, I talked to you guys about the reason that the Jesuits were founded just 3 days after an eclipse from Saros eclipse series number 136, okay? The Jesuits equals 136. Donald Trump's birthday in 1360 was June 14th, 1360, and that was the first eclipse from Saros 136. There was also an eclipse from Saros 136. Again, if you guys are confused about what this is, go back and watch my last decode. I don't have time to explain it. Okay, this is a good addition. Mary the First ruled England from 1553 to 1558, and she's born on February 8th. Perfect. Wow. So see, guys, we're having more connections here. Shout out to Decoding Our Reality, who wrote this. Mary the First. Let's look her up. Mary the First. Sorry, hold on. Oh, it's saying her birthday is February 18th. Is that because you're saying it's February 8th, but it's saying February 18th. I mean, still, that's not far off. That's only 10 days later. But yeah, I mean, maybe that's maybe there's another date somewhere. I don't know. Let me know if this is the right one. Maybe it's the different one. She was known as Bloody Mary. Anyway, we'll get back to this. We'll get back to that. Let's get back to this part, and then I'll show you why this is all important here. So again, I talked about these eclipses. This is not so important, guys. Okay, the most important part to remember is that an eclipse from Saros 136 happened on February 8th, 1739, which is going to be the Super Bowl this year, February 8th. And Mary, Queen of Scots, was killed on February 8th. Mary Steenburgen, born on February 8th. Trump's mother died 136 triangular days, which is Mother Mary, before the Super Bowl, okay? Now look at this. Considering we just talked about the 136, the disappearance of the mother was 10 months, 3 weeks, and 6 days before the daughter's birthday. And again, this is the 136 code. So the mother disappeared. Okay. Yeah, Arizona is the 48th state, to go with what I was saying, about the 48th earlier. Thank you for adding that. But yeah, 136 between the mother's disappearance and the daughter's birthday. Okay. Now remember, in the last decode, I showed you the connection between the name Mary and the name Anne. Okay. Remember, there's a movie coming out later this year called Mother Mary. This proves that this code is alive this year. This Mother Mary code is clearly working, because there's literally a movie coming out this year called Mother Mary. Okay, what are the odds? Now look at this. Anne Hathaway is playing Mother Mary. Now, why is that important? We talked about the name Anne. So we're going to focus on the name Anne for the rest of this. Because Anne is the mother of Mother Mary in the Bible. Okay? So Saint Anne, the mother of Virgin Mary, depicting, instructing her daughter in painting. Okay? So you can see here, you have the Anne, okay? And so this is where you get your connection between Anne and Mary, okay? Anne is the mother of Mary, the Virgin Mary, okay? That's why Anne Hathaway Anne Hathaway is playing Mary, right? That's why, okay? It's clear. It's clear that's why they have her playing Mary, okay? Now remember, just 2 days before the death of, or the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, you had the death of Mother Catherine Ann O'Hara from Home Alone. Now get this, guys. Catherine Ann O'Hara, okay? She's the mother from Home Alone. She died on January 30th. 2 days later, the mother of a woman named Annie and Savannah, guys, get it? And her 2 daughters are named Savannah. Anna is right in the name, and Annie, okay? Just another form of Anne. But the mother disappeared from her home where she lives alone. Do you guys raise your hand in the chats if you guys get it? You guys get the joke. The mother from Home Alone disappears or dies. She leaves. She disappeared too, right? When you die, you disappear, you leave. And the mother was home alone and disappeared. And her daughter's name is Annie and Savannah. And again, the middle name of Catherine O'Hara is Anne. Okay, this is going back to Anne and Mary, okay, the mother of Mary. So that's clear. This is a theme. This is undeniable. Hit the likes, guys, because this is undeniable, this theme that's going on right now. Okay, you had the most famous role that Catherine O'Hara played was the mother. And now we have a mother missing. Remember, I showed you in my last decode how Mary Steenburgen played the voice of mother in The Trumpet of the Swan. You guys remember that? I showed you guys. Let's see if I can find that slide. Now I'm not going to be able to find the slide, am I? Right here. Mary Steenburgen, whose birthday is the Super Bowl, played the voice of mother in the movie called The Trumpet and the Swan, which I connected with Mother Mary. And why is it called The Trumpet? It's Trump, guys. It's connecting to Mother Mary Trump, okay? And Mary Steenburgen, again, her birthday is the Super Bowl, as I showed here. Okay, so it's clear, and then that's why you have Anne Hathaway playing Mother Mary, Anne and Mary, right? Mary Ann, okay? Mary Ann is Trump's mother. Now, look at this, guys. This takes it to a whole nother level. Not only is Nancy's children named Annie and Savannah, the name Nancy, how many of you knew this? Raise your hand in the chats if you guys knew this. But the name Nancy, the actual woman who's missing, the name Nancy is a diminutive variant of Anna or Anne. Are you coding me? So do you guys understand what are the odds that all the women in this family are Anna? They have an Anna connection or Anne connection. Nancy is Annie, right? And the husband of Annie, her daughter, is the one who found her or found she was missing. So the husband of Annie, her daughter, found her, and Nancy was missing, and Nancy is a form of Anne. or Hannah. And again, her daughter's name is Savannah. So, guys, I mean, what are the absolute odds that I was on this riddle just 2 days ago? I was on this riddle with Anne Hathaway and Mother Mary, and now a mother disappears and her name connects to Anna 3 different ways in her family, right? She named her kids Annie and Savannah. Okay. And then her name, Nancy, means Anne or Anna. So let's get into the numbers. This is mind-blowing. Look at this matrix, guys. I mean, this kind of stuff proves we live in a clear matrix. Now, look at this. The name Nancy Guthrie equals 179. On the day that Nancy Guthrie disappeared, she was 30,687 days old. If you type out the number 30,687, it equals 179, which is, again, the gematria of her name. I mean, what are the odds of that? Mary Steenburgen plays Nancy in Step Brothers. Really? I'll have to look at that in a minute. But guys, look at this, man. Well, are you coding me? If you type out the number of her, the age that she is in gematria, 30,687, it equals 179, like her name, Nancy Guthrie. Now, why is this number so important? Now, look how the number 179 connects us to Trump's mother. Look at this. Guys, Nancy Ann, because Nancy means Anna or Anna, was disappeared 179 days after Mary Ann Trump died, her anniversary of her death. Look at the gematria of Mary Ann Trump and Nancy Guthrie. 179. Mic drop. Again, I just told you, if you type out the number of days old she was on the day she disappeared, it equals 179, like her name. And I just told you this was connected to Trump's mother. And if you type in Trump's mother's name, Mary Ann, Mary Ann Trump equals 179. From Mary Ann Trump's death anniversary to the disappearance of Nancy Ann, it's 179 days. Like, I'm speechless. If I showed you this right here, this was already mind-blowing, but then I show you this. Okay? So again, I did not know about this 2 days ago when I did a video on Trump's mother, okay? But now we're finding out this story is connected to Trump's mother, of course. But let's take it another step further. Let's cement this without numbers. Let's cement this connection without even the use of one number. Look at this. Trump's mother is Scottish Gaelic speaker who became a citizen who came in the United States in 1942. Well, Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy Guthrie, was born in 1942. So Trump's mother came to the United States in 1942. Guthrie was born in 1942. Now, Guthrie is an English language surname with several independent origins. In some cases, the surname is derived from a place in Scotland located near Forfar Guthrie Angus, which is derived from the Gaelic Gothair, meaning windy place. So not only did she come to the United States in 1942, the year that Nancy Guthrie was born, if you look into the name origin of Guthrie, Guthrie comes from Scotland, which is exactly where Trump's mother came from. And it comes from the Gaelic word, like Trump's mother spoke Scottish Gaelic. It comes from the word meaning windy place. And where did Trump's mother come from? Let's read this, guys. The Isle of Lewis is known for high winds. These winds have led to Lewis being designated as a potential site for a significant wind farm. Are you coding me? Trump's mother comes from a place known for its wind, and the last name Guthrie means windy place, Scottish Gaelic, which is exactly where Trump's mother comes from. Are you coding me? Do you see how perfect that is? If you guys didn't believe me with the numbers here, I don't even need the numbers. Look at the symbolism. I told you guys last year after the Charlie Kirk thing, if you look into names, you don't even need numbers because the names often lead you down the same conclusion. Okay? Does wind farm equal 88? It's funny because I was just going to talk about the number 88. Does wind farm really equal 88? Oh my gosh, guys, wind farm equals... I was just going to talk about the number 88 next. I didn't even look this up. Look, the next number in my slides is 88. So I didn't look that up. So anyway, let's recap. Trump's mother comes from Scotland. In 1942, she comes to the United States, the year Nancy Guthrie was born. Guthrie is Scottish Gaelic for windy place. Trump's mother comes from a Scottish Gaelic island, which is a windy place. Okay, it's a windy place. It's unbelievable, folks. It's unbelievable. But again, I told you guys the next number in my slides was all about the number 88. Like wind farm equals 88. Well, Trump's mother, Mary Ann McLeod Trump, died at 88 years old. Mary Ann McLeod Trump equals 88. Look at the last name Trump, it equals 88. Look at the place where all these things are connecting to, Scotland equals 88. Look at the last name Guthrie, it equals 88. Are you coding me? So how perfect, guys. We know how important the number 88 is to Donald Trump. His mother's name equaled 88. She died at 88. Trump equals 88. Scotland, 88, where his mother came from. And the word Guthrie, which is a Scottish name, equals 88. But not only that, when Nancy Guthrie disappeared, Donald Trump, the day that Mary Ann Trump gave birth to her son Donald, from that day that she gave birth to Donald to the day of disappearance of the mother, Nancy Guthrie, was exactly 985 moons. Guys, this is so important. Did I not do a video last month when we entered into lunation 985? Guys, this is so symbolic, okay? Trump just turned 985 lunar phases on the disappearance of this mother. And that was, again, 985 lunar phases after his mother gave birth to him. Jesus, 985. Again, what's the mother's name? Mary. Mary Ann Trump. Who's the mother of Jesus? Mary. Okay? This is the Jesus riddle that we were talking about last month when we did the video. It's all about the mother and the son. The mother and the son. The mother gives birth to the son. So do you guys remember going back to Anne Hathaway? What do you mean I reached too far? How is this a reach? What are you talking about? What am I reaching at? Can someone in the chat tell me what I'm reaching at so far? How is this a reach? I just did a video about this. Giving validation to fake background story? What fake I mean, yeah, maybe it is a fake background story. I don't know. But the point is, it's symbolism. It's all about the Jesus symbolism. It doesn't matter the stories. We just have to decode the information that's out there. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. All I know is we did a video about the number It's okay, yeah, if you believe it's totally fake, then believe that, but I'm not reaching because it's fake. It's different. What you said made no sense because reaching is different from not believing the story. You guys know I don't believe the stories necessarily. Reaching is a whole different thing. It doesn't matter. I just want to know how I'm reaching. Because if I am reaching, I need to see what I'm reaching at. I don't want to be making wild connections that are just out there. But I always try really hard, guys, to make clear, undeniable connections. Okay. And again, this connection right here is solid. Trump's mother comes from Scotland, the windy place. Nancy Guthrie. Guthrie means windy place in Scottish. The 88s, they speak for themselves. Yeah, the movie Highlander. Anyway, Jesus. This is the time of Jesus. We are in lunation 1275, okay? What does that mean? It means ever since they began counting the moons, we are currently, if you go to our current day, we are currently in moon lunation 1275. So ever since they started counting the moons in 1923, that means we're in the 1275th moon. Every new moon, right? A new one. Now the moon is connected to Mary, right? Let's just hit this real fast. This is all about the moon, guys. Mary, okay? Moon. Nancy. So let's take a look at the Mary, Moon, and Nancy. You guys see how the names Nancy, the word Moon, and the word Mary are a super match. 57, 21, 24, 53. So there's your clue right there. This is all about following the moon is the feminine. Nancy, Moon, and Mary all equal 57 and 21. Okay. Now, Mary, we're going to take a detour really fast. Remember how I showed you guys that Mother Mary equals 136, right? Like the 136 eclipses that connect all of this. Okay. How Trump's birthday in 1360 was the 136, Mother Mary, Virgin Mary 136. So in the last decode, I showed you how Anne Hathaway is going to be starring in Mother Mary later this year on the 107th day of the year. Well, when you type out the number 136, it equals 107. Okay, so Mother Mary equals 136. She's in Mother Mary, and it's going to come out on the 107th day of the year. When you type out the number 136, it equals 107, the day of the year. But check this out, folks. You guys remember how Mary Ann Trump's death anniversary was 179 days before Nancy disappeared? Check this out. If you type out the number 179, it equals 107 in the same cipher as 136. Do you guys see how much of a matrix this is? This is not just man, folks. Look at how perfect that is. Both the numbers that I talk about here, the 136 and the 179, which I just talked about before, if you type both those numbers out, it equals 107. And again, this is the day. In fact, it doesn't just equal 107, guys. If you type out those two numbers, 136, right? And you type out the other number, 197, or sorry, 79. Check out how this equals these two numbers when you type them out. Check this out. 179 equals 260, 107, and 100. And the other number, 163, or 136 equals 260, 107, and 100. And Nancy Guthrie missing equals 100 and 107. What? It's not only is it a match in this cipher, which I just showed you connects to the 107th day of the year when Mother Mary comes out again, but it just so happens that these two numbers typed out equals in 3 out of 4 ciphers, and it equals Nancy Guthrie missing, which is what we're decoding here. So I don't know what else to say about that, but anyway, let's keep going. So we know that Trump just turned 985 lunar phases old. Jesus equals 985, Mary and Jesus, right? Well, Mary, remember, we're talking about the moon and eclipses. But think about the Revelation 12:1, okay? Just as the moon has no light of its own, it reflects the sun, Mary is seen as the perfect reflection of Jesus, the Son of Justice. She does not generate grace herself, but mirrors the light of Christ to the world. The most famous depiction comes from Revelation 12:1, which describes a woman clothed with the sun, which the moon under her feet, and a crown of 12 stars. So let's go to Revelation 12:1, and let's just see how all this is perfect right now, guys. We are literally living in Revelation 12. Look at this. So what decodes have I done the last week on the Super Bowl? I did a video about the dragon, Drake, who's in the Super Bowl. I did a video about the woman. I also did a video about Michael, the archangel. Okay? Now I don't know what's going on with this. What is going on? Anyway, Revelation 12. Remember, we're talking about 12s a lot recently too, because the Seahawks their fans are called the 12. Their fans are called the 12th man. And Tom Brady, who connects to all this, he wore number 12. But look at this. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she being with child cried, travailing in birth, pain to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns. Guys, 107, okay? I was just talking about how this all connects to the number 107, okay? The beast, the dragon in Revelation 12 has 7 heads and 10 horns, 107, okay? And his tail drew a third part of the stars of heaven and did cast them to earth. And the dragon stood before the woman and was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. And she brought forth a man-child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron. And her child was caught up unto God and to his throne. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she hath a place prepared of God, that they should feed her there 1,260 days. And there was a war in heaven, and Michael, okay? Again, guys, Michael, my whole video on the Super Bowl was about Michael. You guys remember that? Let's see if I can find those slides. Remember, the 2 coaches in the Super Bowl, I have so many slides. Okay, so I already talked about the dragon, right? We just talked about the woman and the dragon. I talked about how Drake May, the quarterback in the Super Bowl, is the dragon, okay? But he's also born in lunation 985, like Trump just turned 985 lunar phases, okay? But I talked about the dragon. But remember, I talked about the two Michaels, where is it? Goodness, I'm so disorganized. Apparently, I don't have it on here. It doesn't matter, guys. The two coaches in the Super Bowl are Michael and Michael, okay? So there's a war in heaven, and Michael, okay? So you got the woman, you got the child, you got the dragon, and you got Michael, okay? All the elements. That's Revelation 12. Now, remember the quarterback. What is the name of the quarterback, of the wife of the quarterback of the Patriots? Look at this. Meet Patriots quarterback Ann, guys. Remember, I talked about this in my last decode. She was on 136 posts for my last decode, and I talked about the number 1. Now she's on 138, guys. Donald Trump, 138. But her name is Ann Michael. So this connects us to both things I've talked about. I was just talking about Ann. Okay? And her middle name is Michael. So again, my first decode was about the Archangel Michael and the white horse and the rider on the horse, the Archangel. Guys, she's got 501 followers. Guys, they're about ready to play in Levi Stadium tomorrow, who is famous for the 501 genes. Let me just pull this up in another piece here. We talked about this also already, the 501 genes. And again, Drake May's wife has 501 followers right now. How about that? Interesting. Anyway, let's go back to the Nancy Guthrie thing, okay? So here's the proof, I believe, that this is all about the Jesus code, the mother birthing Christ. Look at this. So this is all connected to Nancy Drew, right? Again, I told you Nancy means Anne. It's a form of Anna or Anne. But look at the gematria of Nancy Drew. Nancy Drew, 136, like Mother Mary, 136. Back to the 136 code again. But check, so the latest Nancy Drew series ended on August 23rd, 2023. And from the last episode of Nancy Drew to the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, exactly 127 weeks and 5 days, folks. The gematria of Jesus Christ. Now, what lunation did Nancy Guthrie disappear in? We'd made a video about this. She disappeared in lunation 1275. And she disappeared 1275 after the series Nancy Drew ended. And again, Nancy Drew equals Mother Mary. And this is Jesus Christ, folks. 1275. All right. Somebody says ransom note equals 136 and 55. It's wow, ransom. And I want you to think about how this is tied to Nancy Drew. Look at this. Blood droplets, a white van, and a ransom note. Where is Savannah Guthrie's mother? So ransom note supposedly equals Mother Mary. Yep, it does. Look at that, folks. It's just backwards. Look, Mother Mary equals 136 backwards, forwards, ransom note 136 backwards, ransom note 134 forwards, Mother Mary 134 backwards, Mother Mary 55. Ransom note, 55. Disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, 134, like Mother Mary, like ransom note. All these things have 55s. We could talk about the 55. Ransom note, 55. Abduction, 55. Kidnap, 55. The Today Show, which is her daughter's job, 55. Mother Mary, 55. John Virgo. I'm going to talk about this, but we just got news. Guys, at the time of all of this, with the mother theme, we just got news of an English professional snooker player dying. And what was his name, folks? John Virgo. He died on February 4th. So a guy named John Virgo just died. And amidst all of this Mother Mary, Virgin Mary stuff. And look at the year that John Virgo was born, 1946, the year Trump was born. And what's Virgo? Virgo, the astrology sign, okay? Now, this is where it gets crazy, because considering we're talking about Virgo, the last episode of Nancy Drew that I just measured from 1275 to Nancy Guthrie's disappearance was on August 23rd, 2023. Well, what's August 23rd? August 23rd, 2023 was the official date of the transition from Leo to Virgo in Western tropical astrology. On that day, the sun entered the sign of Virgo. Guys, do you guys understand what I'm showing you here? From that show ending, it was on the day that the sun was moving into the Virgin. It's the conception of the sun, guys. It's the same symbolism. When the sun moves from Leo to Virgo, it's like symbolic for Jesus being conceived into the Virgin. Why did 9/11 happen in Virgo? August 23rd, 2023. On that day, the sun entered into Virgo, marking the end of the sun sign and the beginning of the Virgin. The sun moved into the Virgin, like Jesus came in by the Spirit into the belly of Mary, okay? And what are the odds that when you measure from that date, guys, it's 1275, which is Jesus Christ. And this is all happening in lunation 1275. Okay? That's also Kobe Bryant's birthday, August 23rd. But I'm not going to get into Kobe Bryant right now, but yeah, I mean, this is just wild to me. And thank you to thank you to the person who brought up the fact that ransom note equals 55, like abduction, like kidnap, like the Today Show, like Mother Mary, like John Virgo. Again, John Virgo just died. I'm not going to talk much more about John Virgo, but he did just die. And funny enough, he was born on Robertson Street. That's my last name. Guys, I'm super connected to this. I'm Scottish. That's where I hate to say it. I mean, I don't hate to say it. I should be proud of where my ancestors came from, I guess. But like all this Scottish connections, you know, I'm Scottish. My dad's name is Scott, and my last name is Scottish, so I got like a double Scott. And the wrestler right now that beat Cody Rhodes for the championship a month ago, the lead singer of Three Doors Down just died. No way. I was decoding this guy last month. Folks, I knew this was going to happen. Oh my gosh, he had cancer. Dude, oh my gosh, Brad Arnold died, man. I was looking into him a month and a half ago because I knew he had cancer. I knew this guy was coming soon. Guys, I grew up on this guy, man. I listened to Three Doors Down with my cousin as a kid. So much, guys. And this guy is gone now, man. Like my childhood is kind of gone, you know? Wow. Guys, Kryptonite, they're famous for their song Kryptonite. I'm going to have to regroup myself now. He died at 47, folks. Man, I got to go back and find my decode. I wish I would have followed this because I saw a pattern and I can't even remember it now, but I knew that there was going to be something with this, man. Is there a Scottish sitcom called Three Doors Down? How many of you guys know this band? And I'm sure most of you know this band. Look at this. He died at 47, and Three Doors Down equals 47. Look how his name equals Skull and Bones. If you use the ampersand. You see how Skull and Bones, if you use the ampersand, equals 130. Three Doors Down, 130. Yeah, that's why I was looking at him too, because his middle name is Kirk. And you guys were, yeah, this was the riddle, guys. You remember how Charlie Kirk was compared to Superman when he was killed? And Three Doors Down has the song Kryptonite. And what's the middle name of Brad Arnold? Kirk. Guys, he has the Jesuit's birthday. He's born in the year of the horse. Wow, there's so much here, folks. He's born in the year of the horse. He has the Jesuit order's founding birthday. And his middle name is Kirk, like church. Wow, folks. Okay, can I just finish my decode? One last thing on the mother, on Nancy Guthrie. Look at this, folks. I know I keep saying folks a lot. I always get in like phases where I say the same thing a lot. But look, Donald Trump, on the day that Nancy Guthrie, the mother, was abducted in connection to his mother, Donald Trump was 79 years, 232 days old. And look at the gematria of mother, 79. And look at the gematria of Trump's mother's full name, Mary Ann McLeod Trump, 232. That's a mic drop right there. What are the odds? This mother gets abducted when Trump is 79 years, 232 days old. His mother's name equals 232, and the word mother equals 79. So if you didn't think that all this stuff was connected before, I mean, I think this is just like the final like nail in the coffin. And but yeah. Anyway, the mother stuff, maybe it connects to this death of Brad Arnold. But let's look into, I don't know. Do you guys want me to do a separate video on Brad Arnold, or do you guys want me to kind of look at it here? Are you guys bored? Decoding Our Reality says that oh, I forgot to tell you guys too. In this Nancy story, the woman that's coming out, saying that she got a letter, a ransom letter, her name is Mary. Look at this. Mary Coleman, a local news presenter from CBS News affiliate Cold TV in Tucson, said the station had been sent an alleged ransom note. Right here, Mary Coleman. So again, on top of everything I already shared, what's the odds that the woman they're putting out in front of us about this ransom note is named Mary, okay? Of all things. I mean, of course there's a lot of Marys, but I'm just saying how perfect. And just look at what Mary Coleman equals. I'll get to the Brad Arnold thing in a minute. Check out how Mary Coleman equals Donald Trump, 48 and 60. Oh, 3 doors down equals 48 in the same cipher as Donald Trump. Guys, I mean, this guy died at 47. Trump's the 47th president. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well. You guys know that song. Come on. Yeah, but really though, this yeah, this was my childhood, you know. This guy. Bradley Kirk Arnold equals 47 in Chaldean. He died at 47. Equals 816. That's Elvis's birthday. Interesting. Bradley Arnold equals Super Bowl. Wait, guys. Brad Arnold, like Sam Darnold. Well, Brad Arnold equals 80. I need to look at this. So let's see. Brad Arnold, born September 27, 1978. Oh, see, guys, this happens always, man. He died on an exact count. You guys see this? The first thing you should always do, here's a decoding lesson that I've learned. The first thing you should always do is see exactly how many days old the person was when they died. And notice how Brad Arnold died at an exact count of 173, 17,300. So you're getting the number 173. So this number is definitely important. I don't know how it's important yet, but it's obviously going to be important. But let's head over to the to this new app here, and let's do a quick measurement. Let's see if there's anything else I'm missing. Remember, I told you he was born in a horse year on the Jesuit order's birthday, and I just told you that the Jesuits were founded 3 days before an eclipse. He died 133 days after his birthday. President 133, government 133, White House 133. He died at 47. Guys, this is interesting, man, because check out the Gematria. Let me just wipe this slate clean here. White House 133.47. Brad Arnold died at 47.133. Okay? President 133.47. So what is up with the 133.47 and his age being exactly that? I mean, it's definitely connected to Donald Trump, right? I mean, President, White House, both 133.47. He died at 47. Trump's the 47th president. I believe government also equals 130. Yeah, government 133 and 47. 3 doors down, okay? 3 doors down. 1 equals 47, okay? So here we're starting to make a connection here. Even the name of the band equals White House and government and president, 47, like his age. So how many days is today after Donald Trump's birthday? Well, first of all, let's put Brad Arnold in here on our date calculator. Brad Arnold birth. So again, this new tool, guys, on Gematrinator, you can save the dates and always have them in there. So now I always have his date of birth in there. But let's check out and see how many days he was born after Donald Trump. It's interesting that he was born 32 years, 106 days after Trump. We're coming up on the last game of the 106th NFL season. It's also 3 months and 14 days after Trump, this guy's born. Okay, but let's see how many days today is after Trump's birthday. $238 days or 239 days after Trump's birthday. Let me just check his gematria. Again, guys, we've already completed the mother decode and the missing Nancy decode. If you guys want to watch that, go back and restart it. We're now looking into the death of Brad Arnold of 3 doors down. Here without you and when I'm gone. I wonder how his death's going to tie into his song When I'm Gone. Kryptonite, you know. Let's just see what When I'm Gone equals. Oh, guys, look. When I'm Gone equals 40. The guy died. The guy died at 100 and, like, you guys see this? He died at 17300 days. 173, right? Well, 173 is the 40th prime number. His famous song called When I'm Gone equals 40. Jesus, 40 days and 40 nights. Christ equals 40. Again, that's I wouldn't consider that the best thing ever, but that's a decent connection. That song was released on September 23rd, 2002. Again, guys, I'm going to have to make a whole separate decode on this. It's kind of hard sometimes to do like the full mind-blowing decode right on, right on the live stream, but I know there's going to be way more to this. Does anyone in the chat have anything on this? Yeah, I'm sorry I'm missing the chat too. I know you guys are probably commenting. Let me just bring up my favorite ciphers as usual. I'm kind of wondering how this connects. He died 133 days after his birthday. Well, look at that, guys. He died 232 days before his birthday. I was just talking about the 232. I mean, that's interesting, right? It might not connect to that, but I was just talking about 232. That was my last slide. For the mother decode, my last slide was 232. That's also devil, I believe. Devil equals 232. He died 7 months and 20 days before his birthday, guys. That's the moon landing. He also died 33 weeks and 1 day before his birthday, like he died 133 days after his birthday. So he's got kind of a double 133, 331 code there. But this has to be something, guys. Does anyone know does anyone see any Gematria? Anybody running any Gematria that sees 173? So far, I haven't seen any 173s, but again, if you guys see anything, let me know. Again, 173 is the 40th prime. But what's up with the Charlie Kirk connection? So his middle name is Kirk. So how many days did he die after Charlie Kirk? Oh, I see. I see. He died 151 days after Charlie Kirk. Jesus Christ, 151. Yeah, I'm not going to make this stream go too much longer, guys. I'm going to look more into this, okay? It seems to be connected with the Jesus Christ code again. Something with Charlie Kirk, of course. Remember, Kirk means church. Jesus coming for his church, which is his bride, the feminine, the mother. But yeah, I mean, I'll have to go back and see what research I had on Brad Arnold because I know I was looking into him. Let's just see what kryptonite equals. Crypto, guys. Oh, this has to be a crypto thing. Because remember, this guy's name is Brad Arnold. Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple. His birthday was yesterday. So Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, his birthday was yesterday. His middle name is Kent, guys. Clark Kent, kryptonite. Guys, I know this is connected to XRP again, man. Again, Brad Kent Garlinghouse, Clark Kent, Ripple Labs. His birthday was yesterday. Now we have the death of the kryptonite singer, Brad Arnold. Crypto. Okay, crypto. Look at the ripples, guys. I mean, I know that's not an actual ripple, but look at the album cover of Kryptonite, Ripple. That looks like a ripple, right? Am I losing it here? Does that look like a ripple? Okay, this is the best connection so far. I mean, Brad Kent Garlinghouse, Brad Arnold. Yeah, I know it's not actual water here, but the way it's drawn, it looks like a ripple. Okay, so what does kryptonite equal? And again, crypto, kryptonite. The Superman movie came out last year. Remember, it had Crypto the super dog. Kryptonite. Bradley Kent Garlinghouse. Again, he died yesterday. Was Brad Garlinghouse's birthday, so it's only one day after his birthday. Let's just see. Let's just see from Brad Arnold. There's got to be, guys, look at this. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I messed up. So Brad Garlinghouse was born 7 years, 234 days before Brad Arnold. And Brad Garlinghouse is the CEO of Ripple. And Ripple equals 40. I just told you the 40 connection and 234. Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, born 7 years, 234 days before Brad Arnold. Brad Arnold has the song Crypto Night, Three Doors Down, which has looks like a ripple on it. I mean, what in the world? So 234, folks. Ripple. Again, that's the amount of days. That's the amount of days between the birthday of, or sorry, if you measure from Brad Garlinghouse to Brad Arnold. It also breaks down to the 406 prime. Guys, that's the Templars. I decoded this. There was a 406 last year. Because Brad Garlinghouse is depicted as a Templar. Poor fellow soldiers of Christ and the Temple of Solomon. If you take that whole thing. Oh, it's 604, not 406. Anyway, I mean, it's kind of the backwards of that. So anyway, I was wrong. But yeah, guys, I don't know. I don't know what to say right now. I mean, there's got to be more than just the Ripple connection, but I clearly, January 18th, 2000. Well, how about that, guys? Their song Kryptonite came out in 2000, the same year that Trump's mother died. Crazy how he performed at Trump's inauguration in 17. Who did? Brad Arnold? Did Brad Arnold? Brad Arnold makes me think of Hey Arnold. Trump inauguration. Notice how they say he wrote Kryptonite when he was 15 years old, and now he dies at 47, and 47 is the 15th prime number. And I already showed you all the 47s. He died at 47, Three Doors Down equals 47, President 47, White House 47. They also ran into controversy due to Arnold's political affiliations and booking decisions, notably when the group opted to play at the first Trump's inauguration. How about that, guys? So Brad Arnold and Three Doors Down played at Trump's inauguration in 2017. Arnold announced in 2025 he was suffering from stage 4 renal cancer, canceling all of his band's scheduled performances. The group issued a statement today on social media confirming the news of his death. With heavy hearts, we share the news that Brad Arnold, founder, lead singer, and songwriter of Three Doors Down, passed away Saturday, February 7th at 47. I'll be honest, guys, I'm a bit sad about this one. Oh, I mean, I'm always a bit sad when I hear someone passes away, but this one, I grew up with this guy's music, you know. It's from the album The Better Life. Three doors down, guys, like 3 doors are down. Notice it has the 119. It has the San Francisco connection. It has that 122. 3 doors down, Kryptonite. $236. Well, first of all, this has to be a connection to the Super Bowl. Oh my goodness, folks. Kryptonite came out 26 years and 20 days ago. 262. Guys, I did a whole decode on this about Ripple. Let me go to my Twitter posts. Let me close out some of this stuff here. He dies one day before the Super Bowl. And let's go back to my decode. Guys, this was posted on July 22nd. And look at the numbers I was using to connect Ripple to the Super Bowl, which is tomorrow. And check out the numbers. You see all the 262s, right? And I connected this to Brad Garlinghouse, who was 20,262 days old on his birthday yesterday. And now, from the release of the most famous song from Brad Arnold to his death today, 262. Oh my goodness. This is like crazy, folks. Like, I talked about no number more than 262 with the Super Bowl and Ripple. Because remember, in the movie Sneakers, remember XRP, cryptocurrency, equals 262. I really can't believe this, folks. Like, raise your hand in the chats if you guys have saw my decodes for the past year on the 262 connecting to Ripple, connecting to Brad Garlinghouse, to the Super Bowl, and now we got Brad Arnold and Crypto Night. Crypto. Yeah, and the guy that was in the Sneakers movie, Robert Redford, he died last year. Is XRP about to die, man? That's kind of what I'm getting. But I mean, how much more perfect does it get than that, man? The night of crypto, right? Like crypto night. Interesting. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to leave it there. I will look into this, and I will be obviously trying to release a video. Remember Charlie Kirk? Charlie Kirk was compared to Superman. The guy's middle name is Kirk. His first name is Brad Garlinghouse from the crypto company, Kryptonite. It's super obvious that this is what this is about. And I still don't have all the pieces, but I definitely know that this is what this is about. All right, guys, let's start wrapping it up. I'm sorry I missed all of your comments. Yellow brick road equals 173. That's a good one. The night of crypto, right? Like the dark night of crypto. Yeah. Three Doors Down first album released on 2/8/2000. No way. Yep, guys, look at that. The first album from this band released on 2/8. Are you coding me? What's the date we've been talking about? 2/8/2000. So tomorrow will be the 26th anniversary. The album was called The Better Life. Crypto, right? Crypto has given many people the better life. If you think money actually buys you happiness, that is. Look at that. The Better Life 216, which is obviously 6 times 6 times 6. The Better Life 130, like 3 doors down. Man, do I have a lot to look into. 26 years exactly after his first album, he dies. Look at this, guys. Duck and Run. Duck and Run. How much have we talked about the ducks and Donald ducking and Charlie Kirk didn't duck, you know? And look, it even mentions the 9/11 thing here. Following the terrorist attacks on September 11, 2001, the song was placed on the list of post 9/11 inappropriate titles. Really? Why was it placed on that? Oh, Duck and Run equals Donald Trump. Huh. All right, guys. I'm sorry. I got distracted again, but thank you guys for all the info as usual. If you guys enjoyed the decode, please go back and watch the actual decode I did about the mother. And then hopefully we'll have more on this death of Brad Arnold. And until then, guys, please hit that like. And if you guys want to support the channel, hit that on that buy me a coffee link is up at the top as usual. And we'll see you guys very soon for another decode, probably tomorrow with a Brad Arnold decode. Take care, everyone. God bless. Have a great night.